Hello, everyone. It's Mel Johnson, the Wingman. And, a couple of days ago, we talked about a challenge on what it would take to eat the whole week on $20, because those Cowboy fans, they say we're cheap. But, I went today, I purchased some food, and I have 14 prepackaged meals. So that's basically lunch and dinner. I don't really eat breakfast, but if you only got $20 for the whole week, you're probably not gonna be eating breakfast anyway. But if you're these young kids or whomever who are out there trying to make it on their own, it's a fact. You can eat at least, you can eat for the week for 20 bucks. Okay? This is typically what folks don't do. They buy all this food they don't eat, but I have some good meals here. It's chicken, mashed potatoes, and broccoli. Enough, for 2 meals a day. And it costs $18 or something. And I'm gonna eat that all week. Pre-packaged meals, they look pretty good, Good food in there. Cost me less than $20. And I'm doing that because, just to prove a point. Am I cheap? Not really. Are Cowboys fans cheap? Not really. Cowboys fans, they invest, they travel where? Everywhere there's a game, the Cowboys will travel to the game. And it's typically, if you come to LA, there's tons of Cowboy fans. You go to Tampa, you go to any stadium, the Cowboys fans, they travel. They spend the money to go see their team. The rest of the fans, the damn Eagle fans, they only do it if the Cowboys play. 49er fans, they're cheap too. They don't want to spend any money. The Bears, all those, they're terrible fans. They're not true fans. They're fair weather fans. Actually, half the time, they don't even know who the quarterback is. They don't know the names of the players. They don't know the names of the coaches. They don't know what the schedule. I have one friend, matter of fact, if you ask him who's playing or when his team is playing, he don't know. He doesn't know who the quarterback is. He doesn't know nothing. He's pretty much illiterate. And let me go in on some Chicago Bears fans. They are pretty much illiterate to the fact of football. Okay, they don't know. Only thing they can tell you about is the '85 Bears, but they don't even know who actually played in the '85 Bears. They are the worst fans. The team is great, but the Chicago Bears, they have the worst fans ever. If you watch the games with them, they typically run out on the bill. They'll order all this food, and then all of a sudden, when it gets close to halftime, they disappear, and they leave you with the bill. They're the completely worst fans, fair weather fans. They're not loyal to their team. And they'll bring out their Bears jerseys only if the Bears get in the playoffs. And they say, they go around and say, the Bears, they're the worst. But Cowboys fans, okay, we're not cheap. We'll spend the money. We'll go to see the game. We'll travel, whatever, we'll do whatever we got to do. We got 30 years of them not doing anything, so we're still investing in the team. But if you're on a budget, especially with the high interest rates, the gas prices are extremely high. It is doable for some folks. You got 20 bucks, you can eat for the week. Okay, if these kids, they eat a lot of junk food and whatever, Doritos and Now Laters and stuff. If they budget themselves, if they go to the right stores, find the deals that they actually will benefit them, and have a nice meal where you're not overeating, you can do it. Now, I'm going to eat this, and it's the same shit over and over again for the whole week. That's the problem. I'm going to eat chicken, broccoli, and mashed potatoes. I'm probably going to get tired of this stuff. I put a little barbecue sauce to hook it up a little bit. Probably midweek, I'm probably going to throw some cheese on it. And then, after that, I'll probably put a little more barbecue sauce on it, maybe some ketchup. I can make it taste good. But I'm going to eat all of it. I'm not going to waste it. And I'm not going to spend another dime all week on food. I think so. It can be done. Now let's get back to football real quickly. Another few days, the Cowboys will be on training camp. They're still looking to get a DN. Von Miller wants to sign up with the Cowboys. They're not going to do anything with him right now. Until if somebody gets hurt, then they'll consider him. I believe he lives in Dallas. He wants to, he wants to play. He's always wanted to play for the Cowboys. I think he would be a good addition to the team. He's all, he gets his sacks. He's going to get 10 at least. And you can probably get him for a reasonable price. So I think they're going to wait till training camp to see what happens, if they have any rookies that can step up, free agents. And then after that, because he's an older guy, it's probably better to bring him in mid-season. So that way he's fresh towards the end. But for him playing 17 games, it's probably not a good idea. But somebody's going to get him. He's an older dude. He can still, OGs can still play too. So don't count him out. All right. $20, you got it? I'm out.